Hi everyone, it's Amber. Welcome to my channel and to my Whatcha warming video where I go over the candles I've burned and the wax I've melted throughout the last few weeks. I think it's been like 3 weeks or 4 weeks since the last time I did it, so there's quite a bit to go over. Again, I was kind of concentrating on wax because I had scents to try out that were brand new. So I did kind of concentrate on that more than candles. But, oh, and also FYI, another reason why the candles are a little less than the wax is I ended up having my lighter die on me, my little electric candle lighter, which I love. It's awesome. Highly recommend those. You can find them on Amazon. It died on me, and so I didn't have any way to light my candles for about a week or so. But I'm back to candles too, along with my wax. So let's jump into it. First off, I always start with my candles and then move on to the wax, ending with the Scentsy Wax. First off, this one I am actually burning right now. So I just had the box for it and not the actual candle. It's Ness Holiday, which is a wonderful tree holiday fragrance. Let me see what it says, if it says. Okay, let's see. Pomegranate, mandarin, let's see, orange, pine, cloves, and cinnamon with a hint of vanilla and amber. So it's one of those quintessential spicy, woodsy, fruity holiday fragrances. It's very, very nice. And this is just a one wick. The throw is great. So that is Nest. Next up, from Homeworx, which is the husband of the creator of Nest candles. Harry Slatkin does the Homeworx candles. Laura Slatkin creates the Nest products. So I think that's awesome. So this one is Yuletide Glow, beautiful container. I love these containers, and the wax inside is red. This is a smoky fragrance. This is fir needle, forest sage, patchouli, and cedar leaf. So it's a very woodsy, smoky fragrance. I don't really pick up on that patchouli. Not a fan of patchouli if it's super overwhelming with everything else. But I don't really pick it up at all. So I do really love that one. So that is Yuletide Glow. Next up, this is from Village Candle. It is Winter Sparkle. And this one is like a fresh air, sweet type fragrance. It smells like there is grapefruit in it. It's like grapefruit. And then also feels like there's like an evergreen, but more like an evergreen that's out in the snowy mountain air. So Winter Sparkle, very nice. And FYI about Village candles, I've come to find out is you don't trim the wicks at all, because the wicks are made to kind of disintegrate. And so if you trim the wicks, it makes it so it's hard for it to fully pull out because the wicks get really small. So unfortunately, I was kind of having that issue with this one, but the scent is really nice. That was before I realized that you weren't supposed to trim these wicks, because most candles, that's what you do, is you trim the wicks so they don't produce a ton of soot out into the air. Okay, next up from Kringle Candle. This is their country candle line. It is Cozy Cabin. This is one of my favorites by Kringle. I love this scent. It's sweet and musky, a little bit woody, slightly smoky. It's similar to what I would say, kind of along the same lines as Marshmallow Fireside by Bath & Body Works, except there's like this amber musky quality to it as well. Oh, it's so good. I love this one so much. So that is a Cozy Cabin. And then We have another Homeworx. This one is All Through the House. This one came out, I don't know, I think it came out again this year. I got it last year, I think. It came in at the same time as this one. This one is so good. Evergreen, nutmeg, cinnamon, and sparkling pear. That pear really comes out in it. It is such a nice scent. This is probably one of my favorite holiday fragrances by Homeworx. And then last but not least, another Village candle. This is Coastal Christmas, which is ocean salt air, sea kelp, and balsam. So it's an ocean, it's like Christmas on the ocean is what it is. You get that aquatic note, you get a salty note, and you get a fir tree note. It's really nice. Very clean, very kind of uplifting, very nice. So that is Coastal Christmas. Okay, next up is All the Wax. So this is from the Better Homes and Gardens brand, which you can find in Walmart, Fresh Cut Fraser. This one is so good, you guys. And it is a great performer. Sorry, I'm trying to move that out of the way. It is a great performer. It's a sweeter evergreen scent. I think it has a touch of like orange or tangerine or something in it. Probably because it shows it in the picture. It kind of reminds me of Wassail Wonderland, except you amp up the tree and tone down the orange. So it's really nice. And it's actually one that performs very nicely too. So that is Better Homes and Gardens, Fresh Cut Fraser. Okay, from Goose Creek is Winter Bayberry. I've never personally smelled Bayberry in person, but it's kind of like a candied grape almost, and a little tart, like a tart grape with a little bit of candy quality to it, at least this version of it. So that is Winter Bayberry. Also Goose Creek is Christmas Magic. This one is a nice pepperminty scent, but it's peppermint, and then it feels like it's like a nutty rum chocolate cake mixed in with the peppermint. It's yummy. If you like gourmand, Christmassy type fragrances, that one's good. So Christmas Magic. Classic Christmas Tree. This is a pretty basic evergreen scent. Not too astringent, thankfully. I personally do not like the very astringent ones, but this one was nice. So that's Classic Christmas Tree. Also Goose Creek. Oh no, I didn't finish. I almost finished. This is Frozen in Time. This one is a minty scent as well. It's like candy canes out in the fresh air is kind of what it is. So that is Frozen in Time. And then lastly from Goose Creek is Toasty Hot Toddy. This is a strong one. It is kind of mapley, kind of nutty, very warm, cinnamony drink type of fragrance. So it's in that gourmand category, but it smells like a drink rather than like you're smelling cake of any kind. So Toasty Hot Toddy. Okay, on to Scentsy Wax. This was in the Holiday Bricks last year. It was the only one I got. It is Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. So good, you guys. I was really surprised that this one didn't make the regular catalog. this season because I really thought it would be one that they would put in the regular catalog, but they didn't. But that's okay. I have a humongous pound of wax to go through, so it'll last me a while. That's the thing. I know a ton of people love the bricks, and I'm not saying I hate the bricks, but I change my wax so much during the day that the brick isn't my favorite because it takes me forever to get through it. I prefer the bars, honestly, but I will enjoy this. It'll just take me a couple of years to get through it. So that's Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. Oh, the notes are, it's a chocolate mint, and it's not like a peppermint. It's more of like a wintergreen type mint. And there is kind of a marshmallow vanilla-y quality to it too. So that's Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. Okay, my beloved, I have a couple of these, Wassail Wonderland. So I melted this on Christmas Day. It's a few days after Christmas, FYI. My absolute favorite. I love Wassail Wonderland. As far as I know, this one is still available in the Scents of the Season. My website is linked down below for you. Amazing scent. Fresh, zesty sweet orange, a touch of spice, not super overwhelming, and then just a sprig of fir needle. It's amazing, so amazing. This is in my Scentsy Club. I will never get rid of it. Never, ever, ever. So, Wassail Wonderland. Next up, oh, I was so sad that this did not come back this season. Thankfully, I do have a few bars, but I did not add it to my club last year because I thought for sure it would come back. It's one of my Scentsy heartbreaks. If you don't know what Scentsy Club is, it is our subscription service, but there's no extra fees. There, you can cancel it whenever you want. You are never locked into what's in it. You can change it, alter it. There's a ton of perks. My favorite perk is there always get my bar perk, which is if you have a bar in your club, Scentsy will make it. Even if you're the only person in the world that has that bar in your club, Scentsy will make it just for you, even after it retires. So it's perfect for scents that are retiring. It's perfect for limited time offer fragrances. It's perfect for bring back my bar fragrances. It's amazing. So anyway, this is a Scentsy heartbreak for me because it did not come back, and I should have added it to my club before it retired last year. Cranberry Garland. And I missed out. It was in the clearance a couple months ago, and I missed out on getting it. I didn't get to clearance in time, and it had already sold out. So sad. This is an amazing cranberry scent. It's like a fresh cranberry outdoorsy scent. It's cranberry mixed with like woodsy, evergreen type fragrances. It's amazing. So I melted this a couple times on Christmas Eve. This was my Christmas Eve scent. So Cranberry Garland. Okay, next up we have Spiced Apple Chestnut. This was also from the Scents of the Season. This is this year's Scents of the Season. And it reminds me a lot of apple s'mores. I did enjoy this one better than apple s'mores. Apple s'mores isn't a favorite of mine at all, but I did like this one better. It's kind of a candied apple with some spice to me, is kind of what it is. So that is Spiced Apple Chestnut. Next up, I finished this one, Cookies for Santa. This is my least favorite from the Scents of the Season. This one I was surprised that came back because it was very controversial last year when it first came out. A lot of people do enjoy it, but there are other people like me that kind of get a sour note to the milk. It's like sugar cookie, brown sugar, and milk, I think, are the notes. And that milk, I think, it gives it kind of a sourness. Not a fan of. But I do have to say, I did let it melt for longer this go around. And that milk note kind of dissipated towards the end. And I did like it a lot more then. It was a lot better when I wasn't smelling sour milk anymore. So cookies for Santa. Next up, another scent of the season. This is Bayberry and Currant. This is new this season. This is a very clean winter berry scent. It's a scent that I think would be perfect in a bathroom or a laundry room. It is kind of like a winter laundry scent almost. It's very nice. Sweet. There's also kind of like a peppery quality to it too, along with the sweetness. And just a fresh air, like laundry or type note to it. It would make a really nice, I think, in our laundry line, it would make a really nice laundry for the winter. So that's Bayberry and Currant. Next up, Mighty Pine. This was from the Holiday 3-pack this year. This one's nice. It's pretty much a straightforward evergreen, but it's done really well. And then I think it said it had lavender in it. I don't really smell lavender. I'm not sure. Maybe it just kind of gives it an herbal quality to it too. That's Mighty Pine, and it's a strong performer. Okay, next, Pomegranate Prosecco. This is new to the catalog this season. Very, very nice if you love those sweet, fruity winter scents. There is an effervescent quality to it, and you do get that pomegranate, sweet and tart pomegranate. It's really nice. It's one that I think would be good, you know, for New Year's type of scent. So that's Pomegranate Prosecco. Next up, this is in the catalog this season. It was a brick last season. I got it in my club when it was a brick last season. So my label looks a little different than the regular catalog ones. And that's Salted Caramel Toffee. It's what it says it is. Toffee, caramely, a touch of salt, butterscotch. If you love gourmand caramely scents, that is a good one. Next up, my absolute favorite Christmas tree scent, Very Snowy Spruce. So good. Oh my gosh. It is fir balsam, but there's other tree notes in it too. I think there's cedar. I think cedar's one of them. And it kind of adds an extra sweetness to it. Tones down any astringent quality that would be in it. And then there's kind of a tiny bit of smoke in it as well. So good. Love it. So that is Very Snowy Spruce. Okay, coming in a close second. I was surprised at how much I ended up loving this scent. This is December's scent of the month, Black Forest Pine. This is super close to tying for my favorite Christmas tree scent. But Very Snowy Spruce still has my heart. Black Forest Pine is, I just poked myself in my eye. I'm okay. This is like, it's a pine, and then you have a vanilla added to it too. On cold, it doesn't impress me as much as when it's warming. When it's warming, it's a really nice, welcoming, evergreen scent. If you are looking for something that maybe isn't gonna overwhelm anybody that comes, but you still do want that Christmas tree vibe, I think this is a good choice. Oh, so good. So that is Black Forest Pine. Next up, if you're looking for a super strong fragrance, that is a gourmand scent, Hug in a Mug. This is hot cocoa and chocolate chip cookie mixed together into a home fragrance. It's really nice, and it's a super strong one. So that's Hug in a Mug. Next up, Be Merry. Love Be Merry. Be Merry is hollyberry and like a sweet cranberry and a tiny bit of Christmas evergreen notes. Oh, it's really nice. If you aren't one that is super into evergreen scents, but you still want something that you kind of want to have that vibe, I think Be Merry is a great way to go. It's so nice. So that's Be Merry. Now the little sister of Be Merry, Red Berry and Spruce. This is even less evergreen than Be Merry. This to me is like something that for someone that is afraid of evergreen fragrances, but kind of want to dip their toes into it to try and build up a tolerance or whatever, or try to acclimate to those scents. I think Red Berry and Spruce is a really nice choice for that because it's mainly a fresh air, airy, sweet cranberry, raspberry with a tiny, tiny bit of evergreen. Very tiny. Like I said, to me, it's kind of like the little sister to Be Merry. Be Merry, if Be Merry is still kind of too much for you, try Red Berry and Spruce. That is current in the catalog this season. Okay, next up, we have Joy and Wonder. This is probably ended up being my favorite from the Holiday 3-pack. Well, maybe Mighty Pine. It's kind of a tie between the two. It's a very unique scent. It's a very unique, deep, berry, plummy scent with an earthy, like incense quality to it. There's spice to it, but there's also like that incensey, fancy quality. It's really nice. I know there are quite a few people that ended up not liking this one, but I like it. It's different from all other scents I have. It's a really nice fragrance. So that's Joy and Wonder. Next up, the classic Christmas Cottage. This is just like, I think it's raspberries and citrus and spice. And it's cinnamon. It's kind of that red hot cinnamon. It's a nice scent if you're looking for that classic fruity, spicy fragrance. Okay, this came out last year. I think it was a holiday brick, but I got it in bar form. Crimson Berry Christmas. This is nice. It's like apple and cranberry with like cider spices mixed in. It's nice. Next up, we have Homestead Holiday. This is kind of similar to Christmas Cottage, but take out the raspberry, make the orange stronger, and lessen the cinnamon, but is still pretty cinnamon heavy, and add in a tree note. That's kind of what you get with Homestead Holiday. It's really nice, and actually I do prefer this one to Christmas Cottage. Okay, this was November scent of the month, Icicles and Evergreen. This is more on the astringent side of Evergreen, but there's also a fresh, outdoorsy air quality to it too. I would say it would be good like in a bathroom, but for me anyway, it's super strong. So I don't know if I would put it in the bathroom, at least not in a small bathroom, unless I cut it like in half or in thirds and then melt it that way. But it is a nice scent. So that's Icicles and Evergreen. Next up, this was a brick this season, but like I already explained, I'm not huge into the bricks. Fluffy Fleece, so I got it in wax bar form. This was the one that surprised me because this was one that I thought I wouldn't like, and it ended up being the only one that I really did like was this one. It's a perfumey scent, sweet and powdery a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I didn't think I would like it. There's something about it. It's just so pretty, especially when it's melting. It is so pretty in my house. So Fluffy Fleece. And last but not least, Tinsel Berry. Tinsel Berry is almost like Christmas Cottage, but not as in-your-face spice. And it's more of like a candied like fruit. What I get when I melt this and smell this on cold actually is, if you guys remember those old-fashioned ribbon Christmas candies that are striped and swirly, some are swirly, some are just little rectangles or little squares. That's what this smells like to me. They're fruity and they have that cinnamon in them too, usually. That's what you get with this Tinsel Berry. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I hope that your Christmas and your holidays have been wonderful. And I appreciate all you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.